saying?
Yes, fire key, life is great to give thanks.
We are here again, Ballhead and the Dread. And before I give you your, not daily reminders, right? But I guess episode reminders, I have to say give thanks for everyone who's been sharing the podcast on social media and the stories. I do apologize if I don't see your story. I don't go on every day. And as you know, the stories run out in 24 hours. I usually send you a message of gratitude. But if I do see it, we will repost it. So we do give thanks for that, for you sharing the show, especially recently, the one with Devon Benjamin. People seem to really like that one, so we give thanks, and give thanks for the whoever's um, dealing with the Akabeka social media there. We give thanks for them sharing the things. So anyway, have to remind the people, if you get free time, make sure to check out our short film, story of Jamaica's most famous shirt, the Mesh Marina. Also, make sure you check out music from Autarchii, aka The Dread, your co-host right here. So I don't know what the confusion is. So I got clarified every time, right? I'm the co-host, Junior. The other co-host, Autarchii, referred to him as The Dread. He has an EP there in the description. That's On the Heights. Get the musical medicine that you need, right? So make sure you check it out. Disrupting the Status Quo. Also, he has an album coming out soon, and I'm pretty sure we could work out something. We get a little sneak peek, a little vibe for those into the podcast. All right, what we're reasoning about today?
Yes, well, today the reason again, because I don't think there is nobody in a eternity when it comes to music where I love like them manners, cause them man make everybody happy. The singer will make everybody happy, and as them always say, is your singer favorite singer, Dennis Emanuel Brown, like one of the greatest voices to ever grace the earth. And next thing I'm very proud of to say, me's a bloodline to them man, so one of my greatest joy that, So we talk about Dennis Emanuel Brown, the joy where him get to a lot of people, and the fact say even the singers them we look up to Dennis Brown.
And I have to add something far right before we get ourselves in problems. I don't want to go on the road and get roughed up by nobody. Derek Barnett told me clearly I could never mention Dennis Brown's name without saying the Crown Prince. So we have to say Dennis Brown, the Crown Prince of reggae. Your favorite singer. There's so much to say about the bridging, right? But the first thing I would like to start on is there's an attribute of Dennis Brown that every artist should copy. I've been around artists for years. I've been around the egos. Many people, not one. This is the thing with D Brown. First of all, Autarchii Dread can attest to this. I personally have never heard anything bad about Dennis Brown. And I've spoken to a lot of people, right? And I've never heard an artist say anything bad about Dennis Brown. When we say the term your favorite singer, it's for Bob Marley, right? That's the origin of the term. But it applies to every singer, because any singer you speak to that came after Dennis Brown will refer to Dennis Brown as their greatest influence. I mean, the biggest of names. DJs also, right? Now, back to the attribute. Andy Basford, who toured with Dennis Brown for a very long time. What was the band name there with BC?
We the People.
We the People band, right? He's with We the People band. He told me this. Dean Frazier told me this. Lego referred to this. Big Ute told me this. And other people. Copeland Forbes once told me this. I had a good conversation with him when I met him. They told me that when Dennis Brown, remember Dennis Brown is an international artist, right? He's not no low, we just want to make it clear, right? When Dennis Brown walked into the room, Dennis Brown would say hi to everyone. A quick hi, a quick dap up, catch eye contact. It wasn't no vibe with disregarding anyone, or it wasn't approachable, nothing like that, right? I think that at least a piece of it, right? I think artists need to adopt a piece of that. Please remember you are a public figure, whether you like it or not, right? There is a duty to interact with your fans to a certain level, right? There needs to be barriers that we need to set, but at the same time, some artists need to put down their egos. Put the ego to the side. It's okay to say hi to someone. I've seen instances where artists like, I don't know, they just ignore people far right. You know, they just ignore people and it's not cool. I tell you who another person, and I'm not sure how he was younger in his career, but especially as he's gotten older, I was very impressed with how Freddie McGregor interacted with people. There were a lot of components that impressed me. One, it was hot as I don't know it out there, right? He just did a crazy set, and this man took pictures with every single person firing. I'm very impressed with that type of vibe, tell you the truth. Very open and that type of energy. Artists need to humble themselves and understand you are an artist. You are dependent on the public. Yes, there are certain. I understand fans cross barriers, right? But at the same time, you have to be more open to interacting with fans. Uh, what's your thoughts on that from an artist perspective? Because I know how sometimes you probably don't want people talking to you, but at the same time, it's a balance you have to strike.
Yeah, it come with the territory, you know. Cause it come with the territory. Cause even youth like I and I, we ones would I say probably not reach international to certain levels, but we have certain pockets of our niche market where people love, we are respect with the certain levels. You have a time where you over, all right, media Kenya. Me remember when I Kenya and I tell you, I say, I 2 hours stand up in a square in Nairobi. I take picture, people are come and them time where I get, it's like it I get draining after a time. Draining after a time, but we need to recoup because all we are doing is all vibes, reason, take picture every minute and people are drag we all about the place. Somebody are try, but artists have to overstand say it come with the territory. I would know say that them a human being, but sometimes that them have to embrace it with a pleasant vibes. Cause think about this fire. A person they home every single day, day in, day out, I listen to you. And you a change for them mood, you know. Because your words, your melodies are change for them mood. And them never even imagine so them are gonna see you in person because it's not like say them get to see you every day or some of them not even living at the same territory. So you see so when time people see you now, it come like a them day, it make them day, you know, the greatest joy them have to know that your words inspire them and give them a vibration. So when them see you now, it's like a different type of story. So most artists don't even understand that say the fact that if you shrug off some of them people, you know, it's like you broke them spirit and you broke them energy, you know. And it's like you have brought down your own thing. So you have to know how to level it too. You see, even if a man tired or if a man don't want to interact with people, because sometimes you have the time as human being, you don't want to interact with nobody. But yeah, you have to even know how to bring that up in a pleasant way. And when they talk about man like D Brown and them man, it's like them man they always embrace people straight through. Because you never see D Brown and you never see a smile, you know. That's one thing we're very notable about D Brown. I never even see them man, I never see them man with a smile because them man love the people and the man we call D Brown the people's champion. Because every time when it comes to D Brown and the people them, it's like a one, it's a cohesive. You know, even the rude boy them on the street love D Brown from them time they, you know. I tell you that, you know, because it's just the way all them man they come through and how them man they set things the right way. When you think D Brown, the man them so you see D Brown at downtown at Orange Street, even them 8 days and certain things. I just everybody them man they give love and I show love to certain people. So it's a balance so artists have to know of a strike. And as we say, we can use D Brown as a main example because the man they're international superstar. And the man they show people love and they have certain man with not even reach certain levels and then feel like say them above the people. So sometimes you have to come down to earth and use all some of them example, yeah. And use all some of them example and understand say everybody is human being. But at the full of the day, if you make people but with your music and them see you, them are gonna show you the love. So sometimes I just you have to know how to balance, strike a balance between that same way, you know?
Reality Meds far right. And another thing with Dennis Brown, you said how he was able to chill in different areas. D Brown career was pretty long. D, D Brown career was pretty long in the sense that he was able to pump out hits as the music changed. Because even with that Jammy's Digital thing, right? He had tunes with that 70s straight from even before 70s, we're gonna say in the tail end of rock steady. But within the 70s now, he had that lovers rock vibe, almost that UK vibe. He had that horrorcore downtown vibe with Flatbush Hood and them. And he also had the reggae. You know, he was very diverse. Um, Another thing I felt that was very impressive with Dennis Brown, why obviously he's your favorite singer, is now I want to give a what do you want to say? My mind went blank for it. What's the thing you say you want to give a a pre-warning. I don't know what's the proper term.
A precursor.
No. What's the thing you put before you show a video? You say, I'll edit this part out, but what's the part you put before your video? It's like a warning. You say it sometimes. You have to give a reminder. Like, man. Disclaimer. All right, there we go. Disclaimer. I have to give a disclaimer before I say this, right? Dennis Brown was recently a part of or acknowledged as one of the top 200 greatest singers of all time in Rolling Stones. Now, me personally, I don't have respect for the list. I know it's biased. I know it's whatever's going on there for the creation of the list. Nonetheless, the man is on the list, all right? And from what I understand, I think he's at 67.
Yeah, that Rolling Stone, that them do.
All right.
Put him at 67. Yeah.
I think that's kind of disrespectful, but to put this thing in a positive light, right? The fact that this man is from Jamaica, a small island, right? And in regards to crossover hits, I like to hear what you have to say. I understand UK, right? But I don't know about like a hit that he had that was in the US per se on the radio. Love Has Found His Way, maybe, I think. I don't think Money in His Pocket was on the radio in America. I think that was more a UK thing. So the only thing I would say is like maybe Love Has Found His Way.
And I mean, when it was songs like Revolution and them songs, there was songs where
Got Spence.
Eh?
No, I said those are songs that kind of was in the rotation.
Yeah, them thing they in a rotation in the US too. And then when most of the songs them when they release with I think E&M.
A&M, that one.
A&M, them, because here I go on now with D Brown. So see D Brown make one mistake in his career, you know. One major mistake in his career where him tell her to. Him vice with too much producer. So see because D Brown vice with so much producer and him catalog is all over the place. So when them did a try for buy back him catalog so them could have stable it and make him become like one of them main type of pop type of star there. But you know you can't really do that when a man catalog all over the place. But them did have to kind of forfeit the whole agreement because if we look where them look, them see a next producer come from all different corners. But it's true, them man love the music, so them man does a voice song, a record song certain way, you know. And that did really kind of stop D Brown career upon a levels when it comes to the business aspect of things to see him, you know. But I don't know fire when it really comes to see even the Rolling Stone thing there. Would even call it a disrespect. I wouldn't even go as far as a disrespect, but I remember somebody's opinion, you know. The only thing is that the opinion is coming from a source where influence other people's thought process. Because you have overs, you know, it's a name brand. Rolling Stone is supposedly a name brand. Some would even say disrespect still fire. Just how them feel. Because remember, everybody can have them own interpretation of certain singers, interpretation of who them love the most, you know. But for me, still, D Brown are number one because me I talk about cross genre, the way how the man voice, the different tones of the man voice, the different levels where the man can go, the soul where the man sing with. I remember D Brown favorite singer them I like some singer like Nat King Cole and them man there, you know. And the way how D Brown take Nat King Cole them style and the pattern when Nat King Cole them and they singing and transcend it to theme own. I remember, alright, when a man come out with No Man Is an Island from boy days and Lips of Wine them with them voice Derek Harriet and compared to when the man come in the 80s and in the 90s now. And the man say, girl, your love is like wildfire. Yeah, it's like you hear a whole heap of different variations in the man voice and you have to say, wait, me have to wonder if the same singer can sing in a such different style and make it seem like I'm natural original style. And the tone where the man got in it's like 1 minute him have a raspy tone and then the next minute him tone just shift and it have a light type of weight the light weight they to it. So the variations for a singer, I never really see a singer with them type of variations, and it's not like a singer like a Whitney Houston and them singer. Like, you know, most people tend to think that the high pitch singer them are the best. But people don't understand say when it comes to certain D Brown have the tenor lock, him have the baritone lock. And I feel like say if D Brown didn't even want him could have go all some soprano, I would even classify it as impossible. I tell you that. I mean, I tell you that that's a them type of versatile singer. I never see a singer so versatile, and so you can see how him influence the people. I tell you that.
No, serious thing. And I want to clarify because I was looking at this Rolling Stone thing, and it's not based on singing, it's based on influence. It's based on singing and influence because as you can see up in top 10, they have like Beyonce and stuff. No disrespect to Beyonce, and don't know why it couldn't be with no Beyonce excitement, but I don't really see her as no great singer, anything like that. But nonetheless, the list is based on vocal ability and influence, right? In regards to influence now, minus putting Rolling Stones to the side, Jamaican Dennis Brown was Jamaica's singer, right? People have this misconception about Bob Marley. No, Jamaicans love Dennis Brown. We did an interview with Dean Frazier. I think also Fred Locke spoke about it too in regards to the admiration Jamaicans have for Dennis Brown. People don't understand the love for Bob Marley in Jamaica took place after his death. It didn't really take place during his lifetime. Dennis Brown was Jamaica's singer from those times. All right, anybody that's gonna sit outside for damn near 15 hours waiting for you to come on stage at 10 a.m. is saying quite the thing. You know, anybody, if you haven't heard the stories, check out Sunsplash, Reggae Sunsplash videos there on YouTube. And they always say the time, they always show you the time that this man is performing 9 o'clock, 10 o'clock in the hot sun. And anybody that been in Jamaica know that sun is deadly fire. That morning sun, transitioning from the night, if you've been to an all-night show, is not a normal thing. The place is packed, waiting there patiently for this man. Fire. There's no higher honor. No disrespect to any artist right now. I don't know who is waiting to no more time to see nobody else. Then when he get on stage, shellings nonstop. Because the catalog is a different type of catalog. All right. Yo, you know when Dennis Brown get wicked? When he all draw for like lips of wine and get under cheating. We ain't talking about promised land and all that. I'm talking about when he get into that zone near fight.
Ghetto girl and them type of.
It's a real judgment that night. It's a real judgment, serious thing. But yeah, Dennis Brown, man, he definitely we could argue. Well, it's kind of tricky to say. Internationally, Bob Marley would be the most influential reggae artist, but domestically in Jamaica, the artists that we have in Jamaica, I don't know how you would say that because when I hear artists talk, I usually hear them talk about Dennis Brown more than Bob Marley. Then we have to factor in, I don't know if the thing is Bob Marley thing so commercialized that's such a norm. People just don't want to say that anymore because we got to factor that in too. Maybe Bob Marley is their favorite. Or the person that inspired them the most, but by default, they don't want to say it because everyone keeps saying it all the time.
The representation, all right, here me cite it now. The representation of the Tough Gang is a thing where broader when it comes, with like a broad brush thing when it comes to Jamaica, right? The representation of the Tough Gang. Because you know the Tough Gang represent a whole heap of different thing, you know, in terms of revolutionary, core Rastafari, talking about even from a business perspective, though him have a full estate was surround Theme Vibration in regards to how him success was commercially, how the business set up certain ways. When it comes to D-Brown now, D-Brown have all of them attributes in terms, but to certain levels now, there are certain things where it stop D-Brown, because you know when it comes to D-Brown, you have the negative connotation to what we can't even bypass as the elephant in the room with the whole jugs vibration and things. So it kind of put a kind of umbrella over D-Brown to certain levels, and it I wouldn't use the word generally. I wouldn't say incompetent generally, but it kind of discredits certain levels of Dennis Brown in regards to the world jugs vibes. The jugs vibes are that in itself to kind of take away from the world thing. So Dennis Brown never really farm a estate, so to speak, and plus the fact that he invites so much different producer, even man we never really overstand the music so much. So then two things they combine, it kinda overshadows certain things when it comes to the positivity of D Brown.
And I want to say Far Right. I wouldn't necessarily because the drugs, but there's another aspect. His character as a people pleaser. Andy Basper really.
Thank you very much.
And
thank you very much.
Lego spoke about that too, because there's a lot of artists that was dealing with extracurricular activities that still got through. So I don't even think it was the dependence on drugs that led him to record so much. I think it was that thing he wanted to please people. And by pleasing people, he diluted his product, because definitely at the end. So
Thank you very much.
he was recording a lot in the 70s, right? But he was recording for like 90, Joe Gibbs, Channel One. You get what I'm saying? That type of energy. So it was quality production. As we move forward to the late 80s and 90s, I don't know what's being put out. Like song not even mixed, thing all over the place. And maybe I wasn't there, so I can't say, but I know for a fact that people pleasing was the essence. Yes, there was a need for money. I'm not sure. And that's the next thing. You know how the reggae thing go? Who said he was getting paid for recording fire? Who said it wasn't just a thing? You know how that go already, yeah?
Well, on if I know, remember say the history the close, you know, so me can answer them question. I never did born in them time still, but I can answer it. You know, 'cause I remember saying I father and D Brown a first, second cousin, you know, certain way, you know, because D Brown father and my grandfather is a mother and sister, a brother and sister pitney, you know. So it's a certain levels now. D Brown definitely the people please. I think that's true are the most accurate statement they make. Yeah, and I tell people all the while, there's not to deviate too far. That people pleasing thing to mash up your life. To mash up your life. Because you will see the impact in a D Brown career. And when it comes to the voice in what they say, that's a thing we can confirm. Because even in New York, when D Brown, you have a couple 3 to 4 producers in New York where D Brown voice for. And when me hear about the transaction and know and confirm the amount of transaction for your international superstar like Dennis Brown, for a record for a man with them type of low chance, I'm not gonna reveal that in front of the camera. But to them type of transaction, they when me overstand and confirm, it's not a thing we wanna hear say. Confirm. Them transaction they're not a big superstar and are supposed to a record for no man with them type of transaction they fire. That is like a very disrespectful levels for a big international superstar like Dennis Emanuel Brown for a record for certain man on them type of levels there. So it's a real facts there talk and then a joke thing, certain transaction and certain vibe. But I say as a man we just love the music. You see, so sometimes we love the music is a thing we can make you get carried away, you know. Because sometimes a man come in a lot of rhythm or a man you're in a circle and a music vibe start going. You not think about business at the same time, you know, because sometimes it's a very difficult thing for do, you know. Think about business while being creative, you know. So sometimes you have to push the business to the back and push the creativity to the forefront. But the next time, no, you have to overstand and say, no. But you have to just make it become innate where the business and the creativity become on one particular level. And you can't bypass that. But I know say the heartfelt music too, because reggae music is a thing where heartfelt and it's not unique to D Brown, you know. Yeah, it's not unique to D Brown on the levels there, where enough man just want for record and get the Rastafari vibration out and the message out to the people them, but it end up catch up to them. And it specifically catch up to D Brown.
And that's the thing, man. There's this whole culture of people bragging about how many songs they have recorded for D Brown that they never released. If you go if you go amongst any elder producer, they always when D Brown come up, you know, oh, I have 10 tune, I have 20 tune, and they never released them, blah, blah, blah. But in regards to Dennis Brown, his impact, his influence, I think that 2 things. Well, the Marley Machine is hard to compete with in regards to that, right? Because it's only going to be one spot the way the powers that be want it. But you listening, right? You could definitely, I say, yo, go deep in the Dennis Brown catalog. And I want to say, get away from the little top 10 tunes, fire. Like, get off the greatest, the greatest albums and the love and hate and the revolution. Maybe, you know what I'm going to do, fire? I'm going to I'm going to put about 30 songs in the description that you can vibe with for Dennis Brown, because Dennis Brown thing is not a normal thing. I can't lie to you. I cannot lie to you, because me personally, I have to catch myself to make sure I don't overdo it playing D Brown on the radio show. Because once I start fire, it's hard to stop. And he have so much tunes fire. Because check it, we do the thing sometimes, the D Brown thing up on the streaming thing, right? And far in our reality, you never get nowhere in 2-3 hours. You never get nowhere yet. I could easily, and that's the next thing we need to understand these artists. Build up your catalog. You need songs, Farai. You need songs. D Brown could go somewhere right now, do a 2-hour performance, and still have a next 5 hours of hits. Not songs just to fill the time. I'm talking about hits to make the people move and enjoy themselves.
Reality.
You know? So it's like, yeah, it's not realistic for you to build up your catalog like this, man. But you got to make good music that stands the test of time. And D Brown, man, is like D Brown. I really love Dennis Brown music. I can't lie to you, yo. I can't lie. That's one. There's a couple of people that stay on my rotation of music. It's D Brown, Midnight, Johnny Clark, Marvin Gaye. Then the people that like guaranteed to be on my little rotation there. I can't lie to you. You know. I've been listening to a lot lately too. Your people, what, Minahan, Sutton Street Man. What do we call them? Sutton Street Man. That's how you say it. Minahan.
Minahan, yeah.
Yeah, fine. Anything kind of groovy. Enough things, but in regards to my thing, always changing. Like every week I try to change up my whole listening thing, right? But the thing that's always stable is D Brown Fire, Marvin Gaye, Midnight, and who else in the mix? That's about it, tell you the truth, yeah. They really stay in the mix because D Brown, there's so much D Brown because he have a whole period when he did covers. It's not the greatest productions at that time, but still lit. Albums he did there for Joe Gibbs, Crazy, Visions and all that.
Yeah, we can't just bypass them album then. Hold
on, hold on, Fire. I don't know if this song's on the album, but he have a tune called with the wickedest horn section. And that's the one thing I would say I love horn sections. Song my mother used to sing, Fire. What terrible song.
Yeah, Visions.
Visions. When he look over, he have a tune called Emanuel. Craziest tune ever. Flabba tune there. General with the crazy bass line, yeah. You're a man. Yeah, I'm gonna put the tunes in the I'm gonna put 30 tunes in the description type amount. And people, please take in some Dennis Brown. The catalog is deep. I think the dance thing kind of watered down D Brown too, because the main tunes is Revolution, Get Myself Together, Have You Ever Been in Love? That's pretty much it, Fire Right? But nobody really like get into deep. They probably don't know still anyway, But
when there is a Visions too, that's why I tell you say it's striking when there is a Visions, a very important album to in a D Brown meditation and D Brown catalog to him because check levels.
Hold on real quick. Malcolm X on that one?
Yeah.
All right then.
And the song where you talked about a while ago is a mistake. I mean, that depends on Visions, but you know why I think it depends on Visions? Because I have a next song called Oh Mother on Visions. Yes, so I say the reason why I say Visions is an important album, right? It show back is a full album. You have a revolutionary style where Dennis Brown have. Because most people hear about Dennis Brown and them think about like a lover singer, but Dennis Brown is a root singer, like roots, deep root singer, where I talk about some different thing, alright. So for me, even Visions, and the man have a tune called Black Liberation, right? But the man I tell us, I'm sure my days will be long and my nights won't be few. So through the visions in me, I can see clearly all them type of lyrics that D Brown come. D Brown is one hardcore artist in a fire. No normal type of artist where the man talk about and the core thing. And the funniest thing too is that even songs like Malcolm X, the way how D Brown, and this is something what the Memphis said too, the way how D Brown sings somebody else's song, even the person who write the song or the person who did originally sing it, the man make it look like him right.
Because all right, I will say this. Winston McAnuff, right? I know he the original Malcolm X. D Brown version. Terrible. So crazy, right? But I will say Winston McAnuff, he did one with Sutton Yard, the acoustic thing, what they call it?
In the
yard. Yeah, it had my vibe still, kinda. But
no, it's tough, man.
I want to tell you one tune that really threw me off. I love Delroy Wilson's Original Rain from the Sky Studio One, right? Good all over album there for Cox and Don. All right, when D Brown, yo, I don't know who's singing background on it. The thing crazy, But yeah, D Brown has so much tunes, man. It's just like, I think too that corporations and commercialism really kills the history of artists. And I think D Brown's a victim of that. I think that because whatever issue that he had towards the end, they use that as a means to disregard him, but they can't disregard him because he's still in the hearts of the people, and the catalog is there. I just ask people to fire, like, digging the music. It is a joy and the beauty to listen to albums. Stop all this top 10 thing and all this. Listen to people's work and listen to music, man. Like this, Dennis Brown's a person you can really delve deep into. Words of Wisdom, big album. Um, that album he did for AMM originally was Foul Play, but then they released a compilation that has all the singles that they had on it. That's a very good one. Inseparable Fire, Nice Lovers one, big one. And the thing too with Dennis Brown, as he said, because the catalog is all around the place, a lot of these things are compilations. They're not official albums. There are very few that are like an official album, but everything else is just like random compilations of singles. But nonetheless, go ahead.
I say Dennis Brown though, when we come for overstand, because I'm on a years and spend the research man Dennis Brown. The two and time I Juvenile, not a serious thing man. As Juvenile I find out so when Dennis Brown them a family and Jim dead in 1999. Them time them around 6 something like that, 6, 7. And really get for find out. So Dennis Brown thing is not just a normal thing, because Dennis Brown is not even the greatest voice to come out of family, Because Dennis Brown have a grandfather named David Brown, which is my great-great-grandfather. And the man that was a preacher. The man that used to sing. The man that used to sing for ill people, so people from all over come just to hear the man they sing, to get healing certain way and feel good at themselves, travel from all across the country, so. And the man is a man because D Brown father work in a theater, Autarchii Brown, a theater and certain things. So Dennis Brown I get groomed from a longer time, It's not a singer who just get up and start for singing. Dennis Brown I get groomed from a tender type of age, from before his mother even dead, from him a little boy and bigger brother I grew him, So you see singers like that, I said that not just reveal some know history, but it's just the way how the youth them the music now, them never have them not groom into it. It's like a man just get up on social media and him see him get 10,000 views today, and him say, alright, so tomorrow I'm an artist. But if you see Dennis Brown, it really shows you say an artist can get groom and him can write all the time, because you see if him never get groom, so you think him could have hit all enough for them note and them key there. And them little key there and all of them little phrase there. Because Dennis Brown, I'm going to tell you so, as a man, a secret about Dennis Brown, enough man, enough time Dennis Brown got half key, But you know what Dennis Brown do?
Slur.
Him slur him words, him slur that. I used to buy that him slur to turn in a one new style. He turn in a new style. And a half key, they go, He never got half key, but him both got half key and he realized it quick. So that's how versatile it means. Him realize that and him just slur at the same time and it become a style.
And hey, there's a recent video on YouTube. This guy called Lewin or something. It seemed like he produced the videos earlier and he's re-releasing them. There's a video with Dennis Brown, Barris Hammond, and Garnet Silk on stage. Now, Dennis Brown is a deity fighter. Dennis Brown is a god figure, right? Yo, you want to see the love he's showing to the artist, show. The man out there jamming the Garnet Silk song and giving Barris his strength and all that. And like Luciano, that's the next thing to respect to Dennis Brown. Luciano, when he was struggling with his confidence, he said I don't know if he saw him at Exterminate, he saw him by Freddie, but D Brown said, yo, you want bad singing. He said from that, because sometimes you just need a little motivation. God forbid you get motivation from someone you really rate. And Dennis Brown seemed like he was a man to always give people that type of strength, Not a grateful person, just give people strength and give them that inspiration. So that's another aspect that he really gave people a lot of inspiration, gave them a positive word, gave them encouragement to lead them on their way to greatness. But I know Luciano specifically, he has a great story where we all struggle with confidence. He was trying the music thing, and he just wasn't sure. The man said, and Luciano, Dennis Brown, Luciano idol, right? The man said D Brown told him to be a great singer fire. He said from that, he was good to go. But D Brown never said that. He just walked past the man and never said nothing to the man, I just kind of brush him off. He never had to say nothing to him. We probably wouldn't have had a great Luciano like we do right now.
Now I'm the Fred, and I same thing with Freddie too, man. Because I remember Freddie McGregor come and tell us, say him and D Brown attack. And I must say, yo, Priest, well, we must look at me go find back the son and the brother tell him say just release song man priest man. Because we have some man pay release song man, I go find one of the 18 and Freddie find it and him come to the brother and say we'll find it. So you see the same thing.
The bridging, I'll put the link here. We did an interview with Freddie McGregor. The man said D Brown calling from UK via to let him know what's going on, yeah. What more encouragement is that? And Dennis Brown at the top of the hill right now, far right. When I say he at the top at this point.
And Daniel hot.
You know, so I just think that's a great characteristic for people to have. But on another note, before we leave, you mentioned it earlier. People pleasing could kill you. You know, so we got to balance the thing out. We encourage people, but at the same time, far right, we can't be dependent on others for our self-worth, for what we feel about ourselves and try to please everybody. So you need to balance the thing out, you know. Yeah, reality meds. And as I said, I'm going to put songs in the description for Dennis Brown. Make sure you check them out. Dennis Brown is your favorite singer's favorite singer. Usually we say singer. Gong, even Gong, hey, that's something kind of wild too, because remember, obviously Gong is Gong, right? But for Gong to publicly state that his favorite singer is a Jamaican singer, it's pretty wild at that. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah, it the nail upon the head, fire. That one mention.
That kind of wildfire, right? Because you figure Gong is like international Gong, so you figure you say like, you know, Sam Cooke or something.
No, Curtis Mayfield.
That type of vibe. Yeah. But for that man to sit there and say, "Oh, D Brown, my favorite singer," yo, that's a serious statement, far right.
And I watched an interview with D Brown. D Brown said when the gang said that, them said the gang give him one of the heaviest promotion there is when could I get. And the man said when the gang give him, when him said the gang I said that straight through all the while, him said it teach him of even approach the business more professional, because I must say the gang that just endorse me, you know. So what should I go on? Me have to make sure say me have to keep the standard. So it's something when I watched about a week ago.
No, big time, man. I can't repeat it enough, man. Check out music from D Brown. Older vibes. There's a vast array of songs that you can enjoy. Being truthful, the 90s production, kind of shaky, especially after Jammy's time. It get a little tricky. But there are tunes within there you definitely can rock to, you know? So we give thanks for everyone who's been tuning in from those times to now. If you get free time, make sure you check out our short film, Story Jamaica's most famous shirt, the Mesh Marina. Also, check out music from Autarchii, a.k.a. The Dread, this EP Disrupting the Status Quo. Look out for his new album coming soon. There are numerous videos you can watch for it. And we give thanks for everyone been sharing the things on social media. I'm going to tell you, I'm going to keep it clear. I don't go on this thing every day. When I go on, it's straight to the point for all right. So if I do miss a share or a message, I do apologize. I'm not on there like that. Sometimes I'm just trying to post and get off there. Sometimes I see it, those of you are sending a message, but we really do appreciate you taking the time to record or do a picture or put it up and share with you.
Then I love family, man. Remember, nobody never have listened to me, though. Could have their reason and turn on the camera and not even want somebody to listen to it, but what? From people listen, we have to know that gratitude. Because sometimes I will know people just that way I hear the reasoning them are just a side, a little piece of the thing. But you have some ones that the way really are taking the reasoning, analyze the reasoning to the fullest, and I have to be grateful for them type of thing.
No, big time, man, because there's a lot of entertainment out here, a lot of distraction. So we give thanks that you even give us a try, give us some time. So until next time.